let's talk about emails. In order to do that, let's go through what we have learned so far in a really quick step over here. So remember we started over here with this template of the tripwire two-step payment. Well, most of the cases that's not gonna be your first page unless you're selling a product, doing something like free plus shipping. I'm gonna start with something more simple that help us understanding a little bit more the email structure. And in this case, we're gonna go first with Actionetics, and in the next section, we will talk a little bit more what if you don't have Actionetics. So let's add a new step over here, and let's just add an opt-in page, like the most simple of the pages where you just collect an email address. And basically the theory is that, okay, we're gonna have, let's say for example, a book, an ebook for free. They just have to give us the email address. Once they submit their address, we're gonna send them an email saying, hey, congratulations on your free ebook. Here's the link so you can get the PDF, basically. So that's what we're gonna be doing right now. So let me show you that with an easy opt-in page. So let's use this one. There's a book over there, so it seems that that could be something that we could use over here. So let's wait a minute until this loads. Let's move this page at the beginning, and let's basically edit the page. So let's see what's inside over here. I'm not gonna make any bigger changes. I'm just gonna use it however it is. So we have to enter our name and our email address, and basically click here to sign up, and it will go to the next page, your order page and everything. But let's take a look first how everything is gonna work here. So let's exit this page and let's preview it here. So let's have this open, right? Now let's come back here, and we're gonna go to the automation tab, and here's where the magic comes from. Now if you're using Actionetics, or even if you're not using it, this is how you should be treating your emails as trigger events. And I will show you there's another method, but that other method is not recommended. Now here is how you will use. So don't think too much what it says over here. And basically what we're gonna do is that you can click here either add new email or add new action. So let me explain you a little bit more, especially if you're using Actionetics, because this video is about Actionetics and using emails to leverage that. If you click over here to add a new email, the ClickFunnels will just automatically send the email once someone have submitted their information. And that's basically everything. And that's fine, totally fine. It works for our sample and our scenario. In a new action, what it does, it basically creates a list, or it puts that person email address into a list. And over there you can create in Actionetics a list of people. So you can have, for example, one bucket where you're saying, hey, this is all the people who register for the free ebook. This is all the people who bought this product. This is all the people who bought this other product. And what you can do later on, you can do a sequence of emails of saying, hey, the first email will be this, the second email after one day will be another one, etc. So that's why I like to use the new action, because if you do an email, you cannot have that distinction and you cannot control what type of emails you are sending. So we're gonna do the following. For this one, because it's Actionetics, we're gonna use an action. In the next video that we're gonna talk about what if you don't have Actionetics, we're gonna do with email address, because you don't have Actionetics, you cannot use the actions. So let's go over here. Before we even go to the actions, we're gonna have to create a listing email. So in order to create a listing emails, you have to come here to Actionetics. So you click here on Actionetics, and you can click. So here's one of the things. I haven't unlocked yet Actionetics. I have Actionetics on my account, but I haven't unlocked it. So that's why I had this video. So this video, Russell will go a little bit more, and he will explain the features and benefits of having Actionetics. It's not just about managing emails. You can also reach people through Facebook Messenger and a few other great things. So I just click over here, access to your account now, and that's what Actionetics looks like right now. So as you can see over here, I already have my information. I think I submitted already when we were testing one of the funnels. But basically you can come over here and click email list. And we're gonna have right now just one single email list to make things easier. Basically, when someone requested the ebook. So I come over here and I'm gonna call this list ebook request. Something that I will remember, right? And you can put a group tag. This will help you when you're gonna have different funnels, so you will have different lists for each funnel. So I'm gonna call over here the water bottle. Remember, that's our funnel. And click enter, and that's saving. And basically that's where we have our list here. So we can come over here, back again, and here's the list. Under water bottle, that's our tag. So I can click over here, and I can see how many people are subscribed, how many emails were sent, how many unsubscribed, etc. Now, let's go back. Now that we have our list, let's go back to our funnel. So let's come over here to our funnel, and let's open it back again, and let's go to the automation so we can create that action. So we'll come over here and we say, hey, I want to add a new action. And over here, let's give it a name. Basically, I will call it register for ebook. And the condition means that what action they have performed in the page. Now, an opt-in, the only action to do is either exit the page or give you the email address. So that's why we have here everyone. In other occasions, let's say for example you have an order page, you will have 3 different actions. The first one will be someone who visited the page but didn't took any action. The second one is that someone who make a purchase. And the third one is basically everyone else, which categorizes to everyone. It doesn't matter if they purchase it or not, you're targeting everyone. So you have those 3 conditions sometimes in an order page. This page, we don't have anything else but just the email, so it will be everyone, which means anyone who put their email over there. Our integration, we're gonna use ClickFunnels internal because that's our integration currently. And we're gonna add to the list. You can also remove lists, you can also send email notification. Don't get confused, email notification is basically sending an email to your account to notify you, hey, someone just purchased your product. So you will know or are aware, or you have to do some action. You can add a tag or remove tags too. So let's add to a list because we already have it and it's already here. That's the only list that we have right now. It's called ebook request, and we create the funnel. So basically, this works immediately, and you can change that. Let's go to edit. There's action delay. You can say, hey, I want this action to happen, I don't know, like 2 hours after the person registered, or 5 days after that. Usually most of the cases it's going to be immediately, unless you have a need for saying, hey, I want to delay that. And we will show you, let's say for example you want to send an email 2 days after. You don't have to do that over here. Remember, we're not sending emails here. We're just assigning this person to a specific email list. In Actionetics, that's where you can specify and say, hey, I want this email to be sent 2 hours later. I want this other email to be sent 1 day after, 2 days after, etc. So let's take a look at that. Now we have this person to come over here to the register for the ebook, right? Now let's go back again to Actionetics and let's go to our email list and let's create our first email sequence. So we come over here to email request, and over here we're gonna create what is called a follow-up funnel. You can also come over here directly to follow-up funnel, it's the same thing, and create a new follow-up funnel. And over here you're gonna have to put a name to your follow-up funnel. So let's say over here, let's call it ebook email registration. So that will be the first email where we're gonna tell them, hey, this is the link to download your free ebook. If you want, you can put over here a tag. So let's put this one is for my water bottle, right? And who will receive, this is the most important part, who will receive this email? And that's where we're gonna assign to your list. Everyone who just got into that list will receive this email sequence, and then we will create the follow-up funnel. As you can see over here, you have multiple options. You can also add third parties and everything. For example, MailChimp or Aweber or Active Campaigns if you want to go outside and do your own email campaigns. We're gonna use Actionetics. So let's call it first a step name. This is gonna be ebook. I'm just gonna call it because I know that I'm gonna give them the ebook, and we're gonna do, sorry, we're not, let's go back to exit int. I was doing too fast. We're not gonna do Actionetics. We're already in Actionetics. So let's delete it. You can just click over here, delete that one. Let's try it again. So let's click a new step over here. We're already in the ebook email registration. Let's call it the ebook. And what we're doing, we're gonna send an email. So it's an email messenger. We're not gonna send them an Actionetics. So we're gonna send them an email, and we're gonna call it ebook, the step, send from, right? So I have over here, I have two, because I think one is from Actionetics, that's the SMTP that we set it up. So we set up one for Actionetics, one for SendGrid. Well, and I think the first one is Actionetics. You will know when you are setting it up, either or, the one that you have. From name, let's call it this from my name, from Daniel Chang. Now here's where a lot of people get confused. This is something that ClickFunnels just came from. They call it smart rules. So basically you can even create rules over here and saying, hey, I don't want to send this to anyone in the list. I just want, for example, anyone who just engaged with my page in the last 31 days, or in the last 5 days, right? Or anyone who visited this specific funnel step, or this specific, let's say for example, video, right? So you can be very creative, very granular here. But right now it's very simple. We want anyone who just give us the email. So what I'm doing, I just delete everything. I don't add any groups, right? Groups is only if you want to go more in the advanced section. We're gonna explain later on in the advanced section where all these things, how you can create rules and everything. Right now we're going through the most simple of the funnels. That's where you want to start. You don't want to go too much into details, because now you're going to be spending so much time just trying to go into the details of your funnel rather than trying your funnel. If you've seen like Russell's videos or books, basically your first funnel will probably flank. It's not going to make you any sales. You're going to have to tweak it. You're going to have to figure out what's your message. You're going to have to figure out what the hooks are to get into your funnel. So the fastest you have your funnel up and running, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it can show you, hey, is people actually liking what I'm sending over there? Or should I tweak my video? Should I tweak my headlines, right? So that's why we're not gonna go too much deep into the rules, because we want to make sure that you have a funnel that, of course, it's not gonna be perfect funnel, but it's gonna be something that is working so you can start testing. So let's go over there, and that's when we're gonna be creating our email campaign. So we're gonna have to put over here the subject line. So let's put something like congratulations, here is your ebook. Sorry. Okay, the pre-header is basically, I don't know if you realize sometimes when you're on your phone checking your emails, you'll see over there the subject, but below there's kind of like a preview of the email. Well, that's called the pre-header, and you can put over here any other type of kind of preview, probably like a hook that will help people to open the email. If you don't put anything, it basically will use the same text that is at the beginning of your email. So you can put over here, here is the link for your ebook. Now you can select, they have different type of templates over here. Actually, I realized this is the template that Russell uses in a lot of the emails. So we're just gonna select there. It's a very simple template. It doesn't have anything over there. It's just basically a very easy hook over here, some paragraph and headline over there, and then a call of action over here, right? Now in this case, you can modify it, do anything, and basically you can just edit here the email, and you will have very similar look and feel as when you were building your funnel page. So you're also gonna have, like, you know, the blue section here, and you're gonna have paragraphs. Now over here is not advanced as the funnel, so you see over here it looks more simple, but still you can change over here the settings, and over here you can change your top margin, the text color, the type of font. So definitely is a little bit more limited on what you can do it, but that's how you can set up your email. And then over here, let's say you have a Dropbox URL, right? And your URL will come over here. Okay, so let's say we have a Dropbox link. So I just created over here my Dropbox where I have my PDF where people can just download it, and then just done settings over there, and you can save it here. You can also preview how the email will look like, and you can also click here and let's see if it works. Click here. Perfect. Here is my ebook and my amazing ebooks. This is the PDF that I had it with Dropbox, just created for this purpose only. So that's where basically you can just have your PDF if you are giving out a free ebook or something like that, then close it. And that will be your email. We go next after everything is set up. And here is when you can select how your frequency when you want this email to be sent, right? So if you put 0 hours, that means that it's going to be sent immediately after someone signs up. And then later on, let's say, for example, you have an email sequence. You want to send them another email 1 day after. That's when you can put over here days and just put 1 day after, right? Or 2 days after, etc., etc. Or if you want to just send them like 3 hours after they already signed up. So all of that you can customize here. And the same as when you were building the funnel, you can have multiple steps. And each step could be a different email sequence. So you could have this step right now. So let's click here, review settings, review sending, and then make live. You have to make sure that you make it live. If not, it's not gonna be working. And also you can change it here, right? And you can confirm and you pause that one. Sometimes you're working and you don't want right now that email to be sent to people, right? Because you don't know if someone will submit their information right now and then you send an email that you were not supposed to be sending because you're still testing, right? So that's when you click over here, not live in pause mode. And then when everything is ready to go, just click over here, confirm it's going live, everything is there. And then let's say you want to send another one 1 day after. So you can just come here, new step, send another email. You put over here the campaign name, number, and everything. Click next, go to the same thing, and you can see over here later on when it will be sent. So let's put this one is at a test. It's coming from here. It's coming from me. Just keep that rule there, and then next. And then over here, let's call it test. And let's say we select this template. So I'm just going right now to show you the entire process, right? And then let's say we don't have to edit anything, everything looks good. Next, and I want to send this one 1 day after, right? So send for review. You can see it over here. You can also send an email test to yourself. You can put your email address here and send test email. And you can even receive an email so you can see it. Even though you already preview it here, you can also see how it may look like. And then you can make it live or anything. And that's where you can see right now for the ebook email registration. Now we have all of these follow-up steps. So you see at 0 hours, it will be sending this one. 1 day later, it will send this one, and so on. And that's basically how you're able to manage all your email campaigns from just Actionetics. And this is just a simple part. Just to expand a little bit more, you can later on, what you can do later on, I'm gonna show you actually. Let's say, for example, you just send on the first day. Then on the third day, you want them to move to another list. A list where you keep all your people to send massive number, let's say, for example, news. Or if you read, again, the .com secrets, and if you don't have it or you don't know where to get it, you can go to our resources section. In our resource section, you can also find the links to get the books and different things. But in the .com secrets, Russell talks about the soap opera sequence. That's basically an email chain that you will send to everyone on your list, independently if they bought it or not, to basically know more about you. He talks about the character, the person, and everything that you should be presenting yourself to your customers. So that's where you're basically going to be building out of. So I cannot find where it is. Let's see. The existing. Okay, so here it is. He called the daily theme field. I know it's really small over there. The daily theme field sequence. That's daily emails that you will be sending to your massive list. So let's say, for example, you have all these lists of these people that you're collecting in multiple places, and then you want to build a huge list. Well, let's create over here so I can show you how you can do all of this. So we already have this list, right? Ebook request. So let's come over here and let's create another, let's call it the global list, right? And that's everything we need to know. The list is created, as you can see it over here, right? So now we have the water bottle, and you have different type of lists. You can have it here, and this one it says ungroup because I didn't put a tag, the global list. So you can come over here, and that's when you can put here Actionetics, and let's call it something like move to global list. And I come over here to Actionetics, and I select the integration. It's kind of weird because it says send from. So actually I'm using the integration, and then click next. And here's where it tells me what type of actions you want to do, right? So I want to add this person to my new list, the global list, right? Click next. And I want to add this person 3 days after they've already gone through my entire process, right? So I put over there 3 days, put it to review. Perfect, make it live. And now this is how the sequence will work. The person will sign up for the free ebook, email will be sent. 1 day after, a second email will be sent. 3 days after, we move it to our global list where I have my other type of regular broadcast emails. So I'm not gonna show you in this section how to do broadcast emails. Again, that's more advanced feature. You're probably not gonna need it once you're launching your first funnel, but later on, you can see it in the next section where we say, hey, now let's make it better. And that's when I have more of the advanced features. So that will be everything introducing Actionetics to send emails to your customers. Now, in the next video, let's take a look if you don't have Actionetics, what type of actions you can do.